Alright, ladies and gentlemen, apparently we're live, so who knows. This is the Monster Box. This is where I have come up with a monster and give you information about it and the stat block so that you yourself can run it. So today we are talking about a Rhineling, which, as you'll have been able to see from the thumbnail, is kind of like a horned kobold goblin type thing. It's another sort of ankle biter style enemy for lower level party members. And the reason I created it is because I'm bored of goblins and kobolds, and I wanted something new and fresh and interesting to do that's a bit more kind of flavourful and a bit more dangerous, honestly. So the Rhinelings, they are small humanoids, but they have kind of horns and are furry. They live underground generally, but can adapt to kind of any location, and so they can kind of run about and move around and live in forests, in deserts and tundras, anywhere they want, really. So really kind of, you can stick them anywhere. So they are, they've got about the same health and AC and that kind of thing as goblins, so they're not too tough. Their power comes from their attacks and their abilities, which Morgan is just sending me swear words because he knows I'm live. And their abilities are what makes them really dangerous. So they have the standard charge ability for things like goats and that sort of thing. If they moved 20 feet or more before making their horn attack, they deal an additional d6 damage. So I guess, spoilers, they have a horn attack and they also have an axe attack. And the charge is only 20 feet rather than the usual 30 feet because the 20 feet charge, because they're very small and their legs move very fast, rather than them, getting big strides going. Because they're so small, they have to have legs going super fast. So they, so that's why their charge is only 20 feet. And they also have innate spellcasting, which is something I debated doing, but I think it definitely fits them. It fits their style and how they act. And their spellcasting ability is charisma, though their spells don't really need any checks or anything like that. They only have two. They have Long Strider, which I plan to use, and I haven't used in the first game I ran them, but in the second game I ran them, I will be using, or the second game I run with them, I haven't played it yet, I'll be using Long Strider to make their charge do an additional 2d6, which isn't on the sheet, but it's something you can do if you feel like it, where as they run they get sort of even faster with this spell, and their horns are just gonna kind of pummel the party even more. So that way you can up the damage even more and make these guys, seriously scary for lower level parties. I mean, I wouldn't run them below probably 3rd level, but definitely have a look at if they or definitely have a look at a kind of larger party or a higher level party member coming in and having to deal with a Long Strider one. They also have Speak with Animals, because of their sort of natural sort of just ability to sort of move around. They're quite sort of nature based generally, so they can often be able to communicate with animals, and often have like wolves and other such large animals, maybe even a bear, sort of wandering around with them. Now, that's it for the spells and abilities, but one thing I didn't mention is the kind of middle stuff. So they have, they're quite stealthy and strong, but they also have immunities to poison and thunder damage. Poison, because they just go around and they'll eat anything, so they've kind of built up this natural immunity, iocane powder style, where they've just eaten everything under the sun, tree bark, metal, whatever they can find. So they can't really be poisoned anymore because their bodies can cope with anything. And thunder damage, because in my kind of headcanon for them, they don't hear like normal creatures. They feel vibrations through their horns, which, yes, I know sound just is vibrations, but they hear, they can't hear the intricacies, they just hear these sort of basic vibrations through their horns. And as such, thunder damage, as it kind of, rings out with this explosive sound, it just gets sort of grounded almost like electricity in the horns. So they don't, they can't take damage from thunder damage. They also speak Dwarvish and Draconic, because in my headcanon they came from underground, and the kind of maybe twisted kind of, they're basically dwarven kobolds is the way I sort of see them. So they've got that kind of dragon essence, but also that sort of dwarven influence. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you like these monsters. Let me know if you use them. Let me know what you think of them. Morgan, if you're watching, you're an ass, and I hope you use these as well in our next game like you did with the first monster. So yeah, thanks for watching.